Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you so much for joining me today. This video is so important because I want to share with you the steps that I took this past year to change my life. Hey guys, I'm Roberta Campbell, in case you don't know me, and I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, I love the end of the year. I love new beginnings, fresh starts, and I love taking a look at, where I've come in the past year and what I want to accomplish the next year. So let's do this. Let's dive in. Okay. There are some things that I want you to know that can completely change your life. And look, I've been studying personal development for a few years now, and there are some key steps that I didn't understand at first. And so it's been a little bit of progress along the way. And then all of a sudden, there was this quantum leap in my life. And I want to share that with you. Hey, make sure that you subscribe and stay tuned because I'm going to keep this rolling. And I want to start sharing with you some of the books that I've read that have helped transform my life. And so, one of the first books is A Return to Love by Mary Ann Williamson. And what an intense book, as you could tell. I have really studied this sucker. Read it a few years ago, and I'm going to tell you, it didn't hit me like it is now. And I think that's what books do for us, especially when we're challenging ourselves. I know that I've been working with one of my clients with this book. We've been studying it, and she's even like, look, I need to read each paragraph a couple of times to fully embody the material that we're reading. And so it's really important to do that, to find time every day. Okay, number one, find time every day to be still and to be quiet. Listen, you can have rituals in your life. And that was very, very important to me when I first started on this journey in 2021 with Bob Proctor. I joined Bob Proctor's mentorship program for a year and I totally dove into this. Now, I say that I did, but I was also still very distracted by my 3D world, by my physical world, everything in my life that was happening. And there were a lot of things that were very distracting to me. And I tried to focus. And so 2021 was a year of learning for me. Okay. 2022 stepped into the new version of myself. And I had to ask myself, and I want you to ask yourselves, what would I love if I could have anything? And I want you to be real with this. And I want you to make a list. I want to encourage you to get out a journal, get out some paper and a pen, and write down at least 50 things that you would like in 2025. Okay. So, what we also do is to do a vision board. And so that's something that I did last year. And I'm looking at that and I'm seeing all of the things that have come into my life. And I'm going to share with you the biggest win for me has been health and wellness. And I've always wanted to be fit and healthy. And so I have fought with weight fluctuation my entire life. I don't know if you have. I think a lot of us have, especially the past few years with how our food has just really decreased in the quality. And we have to really try a little bit harder to understand everything that we're eating and everything we're putting in our body. But it's not just that, it is your mindset. And mindset, as far as your consciousness and who do you think you are? So when you're looking at the list of the 50 things that you want in life, here's what I want you to say to yourself. Who do I need to be in order to attract those things into my life? And so this is exactly what I did. I said, who do I need to be? So in 2022, I became an author, a published author for the first time. And, it was something that I never saw happening ever because, I didn't even go to college. And so years ago, I did have the desire to write a book, probably close to 15, 20 years ago now. And so I really had this idea. I loved reading. I loved all of that. And I wanted to write a children's book. And so I shared it with someone very close to me, and they basically laughed in my face. And so, because of where I was at in my life, because my self esteem was so low, and my self confidence and my self worth was so low, that I never mentioned it again until a couple years ago. And so it was an unfortunate event that led up to this book writing, I will tell you. And that was in 2018, where my daughter was in a really bad accident. And so after that, it sent this chain of events that led to basically me hitting rock bottom in 2020. And so I know we've all have been dealt some bad cards in our life. But let me tell you something. Sometimes you need to look at that and say, maybe it was a blessing. I'm not saying that I am grateful for what happened to my daughter and her accident or anything like that, but it was what happened afterward. And so we really struggled for the first year or so. And she has some invisible injuries that were very, very difficult for me to understand. And so I had to just take some time away. I had to step back from the life that I had been living. And it seemed like I can look at it now and tell you that I was going to the gym and I was doing all of these things, which going to the gym is not bad. But when you spend a lot of time there, too much time, it can be a distraction. So a good distraction, but a distraction. And so this year, I actually have spent less time at the gym than I ever have in my life. And I probably worked out too hard in the past because I thought that was the answer. I thought that was the answer to releasing this unwanted weight. And but that wasn't it. That wasn't it. And so um I'm going to stay tuned because I'm going to have another video where I explain every single thing that I did and my journey of weight fluctuation. And so where I'm at now, um this whole year I've been staying very steady in my weight, even though I don't really get on the scales. Of course, you have to be weighed when you go to the doctor or whatever it may be. And you can always tell how your clothes fit. But this year I let things go. I quit working out as much. There were times I was going to the gym 2 times in a day, twice a day. Now, I'm not an athlete, and that wasn't necessary. I was overdoing it. I also had tried every diet in this world, and over the years, I can attest to that. And this year, I finally quit dieting. But where I'm at in my life, I'm so happy. I'm so happy and content. And I love who I am now. And I'm very comfortable in my own skin and in my own body. And I'm going to tell you something. When I was in high school, I was bullied for being overweight. Now, This was many years ago. And growing up in the 70s and 80s, you know, people seemed to be a lot thinner back then. But I had never been. I had always pretty much been overweight my entire life. And so when I really took some time to look at that and to look at myself and say, what do I need to do? And that was to change my consciousness, the thoughts about myself. And so this whole year has been a year of healing and reprogramming, embodying all of the material that I have um, been absorbing in the last couple of years. And, A Return to Love, the book, A Return to Love, that I've been diving back into has been so beautiful and so perfect. And when you listen to your intuition, okay, you will be called to read a certain book, go somewhere, um, maybe watch something on TV, whatever it may be. Your intuition, that is God speaking to you. So listen to that. And so now, whenever I'll be finished like with a book, I'll go in and I'll say, okay, what am I feeling right now? What is calling me into this? Because I know that there's some reason, that there's a reason for everything, and for especially the books that I'm reading. So, so I want to invite you and encourage you to keep reading and read something that gives you some value and that at least encourages you. So, so yeah, in 2022, I published my first book, and it's very exciting. I never saw that happening, and to be in my 50s and to have these things coming into my life, you guys, I'm going to tell you, everything is available to you. And if you do not have everything that you want in life, then take some time, find a mentor, find a friend, find someone that is encouraging. Sometimes our friends want to just save us, I think. They really think that they're helping us by telling us, no, that's not a good idea. Or I don't think that's possible. Or you shouldn't do that. And, to go back to the beginning, I mean, we really shouldn't be asking for people's permission in the first place. Okay. Stand on your own 2 feet, learn how to make a decision. And that is one of the things I did when I had the desire, and I had the desire to write a book, and I had the desire to start a podcast. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how, but I just took the next step. And that's what it is. And you're listening to your intuition and you're taking the next step forward. So that's what I did. And that led me to O'Leary Publishing, which were the publishers for my book. So now, in my life, with my health and wellness, I just make better choices. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes you got to make the kitchen dirty. You got to dirty up the kitchen. Okay. Um, I love to eat out. I love to, it's such a great experience. But I don't do it a whole lot because I'm very particular about what I eat. And I gotta tell you, around my area, there's not a whole lot of healthy restaurants to eat at. So I don't have too many choices around here. Um, but I am calling forth a place near the beach. So that is on my vision board, and I can feel it coming. I really can. I know it's happening, and I've had to learn patience. Well, don't ask for patience. We've always heard that. Okay. Learn how to be patient. Learn how to react and not respond. Learn how to not judge others. Because all of those things, when you're judging others, you are bringing negativity into your life. When you're comparing yourself to others, that's not doing any good for yourself. I am in competition with myself and no one else. I just want to do better every day. And so after, studying on this for a few years, I've learned that celebrating even the smallest wins is imperative in progressing forward. So when we look at our big goal, we have like a really big goal that is going to take me my entire life to reach. Okay. Well, it might not, but I'll just change the goal. So you're going to make one goal or some goals and take one step at a time. We all know that, but do we really do it? Do we really do the things necessary? So when I started this podcast, and it's taken me all year or half the year, I would say, to figure it out, I did it on my own. And it was trial and error. Like you have to just get yourself out there. Don't wait. Don't wait until everything's perfect. Listen, if you go back and look at some of my videos, you'll see I have different backgrounds in each one. You can see now that my camera is more clear because I purchased a webcam. I have a microphone, very inexpensive one that works very well. So there are little things that we can do to improve our lives one step at a time. And, really, when it comes down to it, we just want to be a better version of ourselves today than who we were yesterday. Because the person I was yesterday was struggling. The person I was a few years ago, she was barely making it. I didn't put that face on her. I tried not to. But I'll tell you, as I studied personal development and I started seeing all of the things that I could do, I got a little pissed. I got a little angry. I got angry because I couldn't believe where I had been wasting time. I couldn't believe where I was in my life, turning 50. And basically, I felt like I had nothing. I had nothing to be proud of. Now, I did. I have two beautiful children who are amazing individuals. And that is one thing that I'm extremely proud of. But what did I have that I could call my own? What did I do that I could actually say, I did this? And that was the thing. It was writing the book, starting the podcast, keynote speaking events, motivational speaking. Like these are the things that I've always wanted to do. And so I want you to know that anything is possible. Anything. And I can't wait to look back at this video a year from now and say, whoa, look at how far you've come, my girl. I'm so proud of you because I'm going to tell you, you have to do that to yourself. You have to do that for yourself because I know from experience that sometimes we're waiting just to hear from others. We want to hear, good job, especially from family. I'm so proud of you. And when we don't get that, we really start thinking and we can start going back to that person that we used to be. But you are your own cheerleader. number one. So be proud of yourself and celebrate all of the little things, every little thing, every little step that you take, every little thing that you do. It has helped you become the person you are today. Unleash Her. Unleash Her is the title of my podcast. Unleash Her is a brand that Chat GPT basically gave me a year ago. And so a friend of mine, we sat down and she helped me plug all of the things in, all about myself. And this is what it came up with. And I said, that's it. That is it. I felt like I had been hiding all of my life. I felt like my voice didn't matter. And to get to a point to where I could say, you know what? Your voice does matter. And it's a really good place to be. And so I have been working on this and I wanted to become a better speaker. So, how do you become a better speaker? How do you become better at anything? Yep, you keep doing it. And so I said, I need to talk more. I need to speak more. I need to get uncomfortable. I need to do these things because this will allow me to step into the next version of myself, the higher version. And so that is what this year has led to. 2025 is going to be an amazing year. And I want to know, do you feel it? Do you believe that it's going to be a good year for you? Do you believe that it could be your best year yet, your healthiest, your most prosperous, your most abundant? Do you believe that? Do you believe that you can let go of all of the things that have been holding you back? Because on this journey, you will find out that there are some obstacles. Obstacles are good things. Obstacles are points and times for us to learn and to let go. And through this journey, you will also find that letting go, yep, it's forgiveness. You got to forgive. You got to forgive the ones that hurt you. You got to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made and maybe for not being where you want to be in your life. It's okay. You start again, you begin again, and every single day. Because if we want to look at it, honestly, these calendars, it's just another day. We're the one putting so much pressure on it, saying it's January 1st. It's time. I need to make changes this year. Don't wait till January 1st. You know what I'm going to tell you? Start today. Start now. Do not wait. Do not wait to make changes in your life. And if you're going to start with health, then start letting go of the things that you know are not good for you. We all have them. We all do. So, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the things, but I don't drink soda pop anymore. Okay. I know that it has no nutritional value for me. I have let it go. You guys, it was so bad. I used to drink like Diet Coke for breakfast. Yeah, that's how bad it was. So make one little change at a time, one step at a time. But first of all, decide, who do you want to be? And what are you bringing into your life? What would you love? What would you love? Because the thing is, too, I will tell you, this whole weight fluctuation, I'm not defined by a number. You're not defined by a number on the scale. because it's all about what you think about yourself. I'm not looking at those numbers. I'm telling myself I'm freaking amazing and I'm fit and I'm healthy and I'm going to keep getting better. So, in my journey, also, I want to share with you on another video all about some of the things that I've done to biohack my life. And once you start digging into this, you're going to find that it's actually so much easier than you ever imagined. So I have some tips and tricks that I've done, that I've made in the past year. And so I have been in the beauty industry. I have been working in the beauty industry most of my life as a hairstylist and working behind the chair. Now, no, I haven't had a work done, but one of the things that I swear by is red light therapy. And so I'm going to make a video after this one because I want to get a little more deep into that because I did a ton of research. And what I chose, actually, a couple of friends of mine who are um, very into health and wellness bought the same red light therapy panel. So I can't wait to tell you about that. But that's something that I do every day. And so I want you to start thinking, okay, we're going to keep working on this. We're going to work on the things that we want to bring into our life. Now, you guys, they don't have to be all material things. So what would you love can also be more health and wellness in your life. Okay. So we're going to look at all of those things and then we'll take a review of that and we're going to make some statements out of it. And so this is so exciting. And so last year I did this like 2-hour vision board event, but I'm more excited about this. We get to spend a little bit of time together one-on-one, and I really like that. This is all about you, okay? So I want you to focus on yourself and think about the things that I've said. And so stay tuned because we have a lot to talk about. We have to talk about longevity, health, wellness, being fit and healthy, biohacking, and I can't wait to share with you the secrets to finding your soulmate, that special person. Okay? So stay tuned, guys. I love you all. I'm so proud of you and can't wait to see you all soon. So long.